stack kind of nice, bro.
Don't try this at home. But if our insurance asks, we were not driving and watching the Nuggets game. I've been with the Nuggets. 21-point lead, baby. Third quarter. Game 1. Basically, I feel like we can say it's a wrap at this point. Game 1 is a wrap. Nuggets in 5.
How's it going? Wow, Morris is back!
You suck on dead serious.
That's so fucking
But yo, it's so good.
Spots here. Nuggets who want to know, baby. It's gonna be a good night. It's my birthday tomorrow, but no one really cares about that. I don't even care about that because I'm 32 years old, and who gives a shit about that?
Where are we at?
ThriftCon LA, baby. That's it. I'll tell them to come tomorrow.
Shit out.
Yeah.
Alright, let's not fuck around.
Noon. You heard it here first. We're a little late. We're 10 minutes late. Clock check. What time is it?
9:16.
9:16. Because I was waiting for people that are already here. But noon. 2.5 hours. It's already real set up. These boys are gonna be stoked.
That shit crack. That shit crack. That shit crack. That shit crack. She said, hey, can you get married at the mall? I said, look, you need to crawl for your bar. Come and meet me in the bathroom style and show me why you deserve to have it all.
One change for this show is Lee is kind of going to be arranging staff members where they need to be if needed. This is something that I decided on after Denver when it was so fucking busy and people weren't where they needed to be and stuff. So if Lee tells you to do something, just do it pretty much. He's got the instinct to put people where they need to be, so it'll work.
I need a fix or something. Better check my bank account and I ain't got nothing. Now I'm cutting my face with a broken bottle. I need to feel something. I know I got problems.
Okay.
Come on, Rick.
Lick the bottom. Lick the bottom.
Oh.
You gonna finish that?
Yeah. Let's go. Smash it.
Track on the future meter.
4:33. The moon's still out, so that's not a good sign. Wish I was still in bed.
Are y'all ready?
6:30, 7:30, 7. I don't know what time it is. We're here, load in, and we have this nice little
Boys to Men, double-sided, please don't go joint. You could have won this shirt too. You don't have to be on the vendors tier on the Patreon. You don't even have to be on any of the Patreon tiers. To enter the monthly raffles, all you gotta do is follow us on Patreon.
Harry! Are you gonna sell it or are you gonna keep it?
Let me see.
Might as well put it up today.
I'm gonna keep this one, right?
You are? You are?
Yeah.
Are you saying it because the camera's on you?
No. Well, it's my first one. This is my first Boys to Men.
Fuck, that one's
Thank
hard
you.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice.
We're just gonna wait here for a little while until things quiet down, if you don't mind. I can't help it, this perfect balance. Best friend calling, we're too busy falling. I can't help it, this perfect balance. Best friend calling, we're too busy falling.
As seen at ThriftCon LA, here at the Bowie Coke Mirror booth, we decided to do a display with Bowie Coke Mirror just because I've been seeing the crazy stuff that he's been putting on the page lately, and his curation is nuts. So this is a lot of his pieces and a little bit of his friends' collection here in LA, but here is a full-on museum of senior cords, hand-painted, hand-drawn, hand-embroidered pieces.
So this is like from a Naval Academy graduate who from 1959, and so basically as part of his whole like graduation ceremony, they took these pajamas and just decorated it with all this crazy artwork, and it just shows so much cool stuff from like the Snoopy, like doing the Snoopy dance around the collar. It's all this kind of like naval humor, and this is really like basically what memes kind of are today, but a lot of this was like expressed in this era in clothing, and so you see all this like funny kind of like, you know, Navy humor plus like popular cartoon characters. It's what's, you know, the use of like stencils along with the drawings and everything like that.
Fragile, handle with care.
Yeah, it's really unique. So this is like sweet, sour. Yeah,
That's so good.
These are all senior cords, and you know, as I put in the description somewhere here, basically senior cords started in Purdue University.
Yeah.
And then the popularity of them like kind of became spread through like high school students. So it wasn't just like the college students, and then kind of went from other cities. But the senior cords really are like traditionally like a Purdue University thing. And this pair, you know, is from the 1976. This is like a way later pair. So this is almost like an homage to earlier cords. You know, this is like more of a late 40s pair. So this is kind of earlier on the side of senior cords. And then I'll just show you like, just because this is kind of where it all started.
Yeah.
So this is like a Princeton beer jacket, and you can tell generally when it's a Princeton one, there's a couple telltale signs. So you almost always exclusively on Lee jackets.
Yeah.
So that's like a Princeton thing. The idea of it being like a beer jacket and that it's like a workwear jacket comes from these Ivy League kids that would wear like fancy clothes and like go to school and wear their like Ivy sweaters and stuff like that. But when they went to party and drink, they would like throw on these workwear jackets so they could like rough them up.
Like dress down.
Yeah, and like literally they wouldn't have to like mess up their sweater. They could throw on like a canvas like workwear jacket and like party in it. So much of this is relatable today, and I feel like a lot of the kids in these kind of generations like have so much in common with like what kids are doing in fashion today.
Yeah.
And so this one in particular, like the Princeton jackets, another telltale sign is they will always have a graphic on the back shoulder. They don't always have signatures, but every year they would do a different design that would incorporate the mascot, which is the Princeton Tiger, with the year. So if you actually look, his tail makes the 6, and the 7, the beer stein. There's some other encrypted, you know, hidden like encrypted message in here.
Yeah.
But I just thought this one was really cool because he's like making out with the girl.
That's so good. And almost Calvin and Hobbes-esque too, but yeah, 67,
totally.
That is so good.
And then so the concept of like a beer jacket also went to other schools. And so like these are like kind of examples of just like beer jackets that have like way more signatures. And for some reason,
It's like a page out of a yearbook.
yeah, and I couldn't tell you exactly why, but like the Seven Dwarves is like a very common theme in the beer jackets, especially Dopey. So you'll see like Dopey on a lot of these pieces. What I thought was cool to have these two in the display is that this one is so minimal, it just has a huge Dopey on the back, where this one has like all the Seven
Four
Dwarves.
characters.
Yeah, plus the
Got all the homies' signatures on it. I mean, it goes onto the sides and the front.
Popularity of these like kind of beer jackets like moved on. There actually were brands that started making these jackets for the purpose of being beer jackets, not just like a random workwear jacket.
Yeah.
So if like you'll see over here like this is an example of one of those jackets where the button, instead of it being like a workwear brand, is actually a beer sign. So it's just there's no like
This is what you're going to use this for.
exactly. You know, I'm aware of like all these upcyclers and what people are doing with like reworking clothing and stuff. So I was like, well, this is like a great bridge to really show people like kind of like where it started and how it crosses generations. And this stuff spilled out. It wasn't just students. Like, I mean, you know, that's a military academy, but like, you know, this is like a camp shirt. So this was from a summer camp. It's like an old Hollywood. So there's actually signatures of some pretty famous people. Walt Disney's on here. You have Greta Garbo. And like what people would do with this type of jackets is take them around and collect the signatures, usually in pencil. And then later on, they would embroider the colors on top.
Hand embroidered.
We're calling the inside joke jacket, just because there's so much like going on in terms of like, this would be like a page of memes or something. You know? What's unique about this particular set is this was a boyfriend and girlfriends. This was like a couple set. So it's just cool to have it together. I mean, they kind of tied it together with similar graphics of like the Quaker Oats guy and stuff. These ones are also just a little cool too because the style of the pants has the buckle back. Yeah. And everyone's like super hot on buckle back stuff right now. So I just thought this was really, and then like the front is almost like better with this like, you know, you got this ice cream, soda, there's a fucking, excuse my language, really cool, the football player. These are really nice, so just kind of different also just because it was so cartoon character heavy, less of the signature. And it just shows like, it's so 1930s, you know what I mean? It's just like all the characters, the style, it really kind of exemplifies that.
Like this guy.
I forget the name.
The hat. I want to get that tattooed on me.
With the cowboy hat?
This with the like the long john, dude.
No, these would all be like insane tattoos.
Bowie Coke Mirror Museum.
Exactly, let's go.
Appreciate it, dog.
Thanks, bro.
ThriftCon LA. It's called ThriftCon for a reason. I want to know who's actually out here thrifting. Hey, did you thrift that shirt? Did you thrift this?
I did thrift this shirt.
From where?
Oh, fuck.
I don't know. That's not a quick answer. Did you thrift it?
She thrifted it.
Where did you thrift it from?
eBay.
Over to. Did you thrift it?
I'm not sure. I'm not really into this.
Did you thrift this shirt?
Yeah, I actually did.
From where?
I got it at a rag house.
Did you thrift this shirt?
I did not.
Where did you get it?
I got it at Target.
We don't judge anybody. We're just asking. Did you thrift your shirt?
I did.
Where did you thrift it?
Long Beach Flea Market.
Fire t-shirt. Did you thrift it?
I did not.
Fire shirt, bro. Did you thrift it?
Appreciate it. No, I did not thrift this.
Thrift it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You thrifted it?
Yeah.
From where?
From me.
Well, it is called ThriftCon. Not thrifted. Like, I feel you, but you're not.
Does anybody thrift anymore?
Not thrifted. Probably didn't thrift this either. Did you thrift it?
Yeah.
You thrifted it?
Yeah. Friend thrift. $10? I think that's a thrift.
But did you thrift it?
No.
Did you thrift it?
No, I found it at Bando. Robbing's the same thing, you know?
Robbing? Okay, so you robbed that. Likely thrifted. Did you thrift this chair? Yeah, he said yeah. Oh, did you thrift it?
I thrifted it from the Bidstitch booth.
So he didn't thrift it. Have you ever been to a thrift store in your life?
I gotta go. No more questions.
opinion, do you think it's okay to wear fast fashion brands if you find them at the thrift, if they're secondhand?
Yeah, I do. That's where I get a lot of my fast fashion stuff.
It really does depend, because fast fashion really depends on like how much you going through, right? So if I buy something like, let's say Forever 21 fast fashion, right? I buy a shirt there and I keep it for like 9 years. That's not fast fashion.
Where do you lie with it?
I mean,
feel
I think it's still a lob. Like it's thrifting, right? Like it's still like it's somebody else threw it away. So why would it be a bad thing to purchase
Yeah, like I guess the argument for it, or the argument against it would be like, hey, like you're still promoting it.
I think that would potentially be like, yeah, like.
But then what do you do? Then do you just throw it away as the better alternative? Just put it in a landfill?
Yeah, no, I don't think there is a better alternative. I think the only good alternative is if it's sitting at a thrift store on a rack, someone should take it home.
Yes.
You had to think about it.
If you're taking them secondhand, you're still you're fighting the good fight.
Right.
Like it's not you're pulling it out of a landfill. Also,
why'd you have to think about it so hard though?
Then if someone sees you wearing it and they're like, "Oh, what brand is that?" Then by default you have to tell them it's what fast fashion brand it is.
Right.
So then they might go buy it offline from the fast fashion, and then they're supporting it. I think you need to cut the head off the snake and stop it where it starts, and that's trends in general. If we can kill trends and everybody just dresses individually how they want, and there's no trend, then
you got something there.
Solve the problem.
You got something there.
It's Italian for Dear Little Bird, and I upcycle vintage textiles. Favorite materials are doilies, table linens, and I really, really love tea towels. I would describe my design style as sassy grandma. It's vintage textiles you'd see in your grandma's house, but brought in a new, like, exciting, modern way. I source my materials by occasionally thrifting, but I actually get a lot of donations from people through Depop and Instagram. Champion sent me a jacket and a pair of shorts, and I reimagined it in a way to be more feminine because obviously this is not my typical materials I work with. So I reinvented it in a way where, like, this is the jacket pocket, so when you wear it you still have the pocket action, and then this was the zipper from the jacket that I wanted to be, so like you can have like a sexy slit too. The black lining on the bottom was on the sleeves of the jacket. It's fun, it's flirty, yeah.
World Vintage Booth at World VTG on Instagram, and as seen at ThriftCon. Look at these beauties. Joel, pull back so you can really see the whole. These already went viral on Instagram. Giant red tab, the clown jeans, the rodeo clown jeans, the Levi's, actual Levi's. You can see they say size 54. 54, I think it says. By 25, people always find crazy stuff on ThriftCon weeks. These vendors always stay coming up the week before ThriftCon, slides into our DMs, and he says, found an even better pair, and he was correct. I need the whole story, and I need to know where you found them, everything you know about them, how big they are, all of that.
You got it. So these are my old jeans. I lost a lot of weight before pick. No, these are 1950s, 60s display promo jeans that they would hang in like department denim stores. I found this little old man pulling them out of his little trunk at a flea.
These are at a flea?
Yeah, and I was like, are these for sale?
They just kept coming out. It was like...
Just like pulling, it was like a clown thing, you know what I mean? Like
68 waist?
Mm-hmm.
What's the length?
8 feet, baby.
8 feet, 68 by 96?
Get in those?
Yeah, I'll get in those.
Oh my god.
Crazy, bro. Let me get a photo. Jacob Starr. Come here, let me get a photo.
Yo, my guy. Those pants fit you hella well.
Bro, they stack kind of nice, bro. Just a step away from Jinkos. Let's go. 701. Nice quick loadout, 2 hours and we're out of there. team is flying around today. LA, thank you. Another wonderful LA event. Vendors crushed it. Tons of guests in the building. Shout out to all the sponsors. Whatnot, Ezze, Bidstitch, Rollo, Photoroom, Legiteem8 Exchvnge, Grailed, Champion. That's a big list. That's a big list. That's cool, man. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Everybody who came through those doors today. Appreciate you every time. It never gets old. It never gets old, man. But that's it for LA. We're gonna go hang out. We're gonna get some Korean food. We're gonna have a beach day tomorrow. Love you guys.
Sleeping with pistols under my pillow. He wake and bake, she up naked, twisting up cigarillos. I beat that Thursday night and Friday morning off the worship.
Beverages and shit. Right. What am I doing? Yep, that's mine. No one else surprising how
The Tabe. The Tabe. Core.com.
Oh, yeah. Is that what trends on TikTok?
They have a sub. They have a sub.
Alright. ThriftCon LA 2023, that's a wrap. We came, we saw, I wouldn't say we conquered, but we did it. It was great. It was still an amazing event. I mean, they keep getting bigger every time. We're progressing in all these cities that we go back to. Thank you to everyone who came through LA. Thank you to all the sponsors, all the vendors, all the guests. I said it yesterday, so I don't need to go through the list again. But we're gonna spend our last few hours here at Venice just relaxing until the team goes back to Denver. Then we're working on Houston. Then we're working on Portland. We're coming for you guys. I love you. Thank you for thrifting.
Before I leave,